What's up guys, and welcome to my free games review series where I take free games that are offered on various platforms and give them a pretty decent smash through to let you guys know my thoughts on them and if they're any good and worth cracking a download on. Today we are taking a look at Crying Sun. Stay tuned. Crying Sun is a space simulation combat text adventure game that takes place in a dystopian future where the Oberon Empire, sprawling across galaxies and ruling with the help of highly advanced quantum machines known as the Omni, has collapsed. As Admiral Ellis Idaho, you have awoken to learn you are a clone and that your original self has fallen in battle, and that you must travel through the galaxy, restoring the Empire's order, whilst figuring out why the Empire and the seemingly godlike Omni have collapsed. So let's jump into my review today with my first evaluation category, content and depth. As you progress and travel through each solar system in Crying Suns, in each sector you are given various choose your own adventure style choices, which gives you the freedom to progress in your playstyle. Help rid a civilian colony of an alien infestation, raid an off-guard pirate ship, or explore a distress signal on a seemingly abandoned world. The choice is yours. Combat for Crying Suns consists of tactics-based strategy using different unit types to attack the enemy battle cruiser while simultaneously defending your own battleship. The different unit classes, each with their own strengths and weaknesses, and a wide variety of ship-based weaponry coupled with customizable augments, are tools at your disposal to swing the battle in your favour. An effort has been put into writing a storyline and lore for this universe, which you uncover as you play, with the main enemy factions you encounter consisting of pirates, scrappers and rival households, as well as many more. The planet exploration missions offer high-risk, high-reward scenarios which need to be judged carefully, or you will take heavy losses, but sometimes will yield equally worthwhile rewards. The ability to replay your runs with your acquired new battleships and specialty officers was a nice touch as well. As far as content is concerned overall, it's good. Crying Suns does a great job of hiding the fact that it actually has a rather limited depth of content outside of the story and plot progression. This unfortunately makes progression simple once you get into the swing of it, and it takes away the challenge pretty quickly. For this, Crying Suns gets an A rank for depth and content. Not bad by any means, but not amazing either. Right, now we move on to general gameplay. Crying Sun is essentially a point-and-click adventure, so in terms of controls it's really easy to navigate. However, the combat system is clunky, it doesn't really match the rest of the game at all. The explanation you get early on is really limited, and so for beginners, if this is a new type of game genre for you, unless you really push yourself to play it a little bit, it will be easy to lose interest in the game early before getting to enjoy the game itself, especially because it's a free title and the cost motivation is not really there. Apart from that, there's not a lot I can say about this other than it's just okay. The ease of use taken into account, Crying Sun's general gameplay scrapes in with an A rank. Unfortunately, because it is easy to play and not naturally intuitive, you could just wildly blunder through on luck alone and miss out the key story point which makes up the largest piece of this game. Now we move on to graphics and aesthetics. Clean looking menus, then 2D pixel style text. Clean 3D combat, and then offices that look like bad pixel art done in MS Paint. The mesh between clearly good visual assets and 2D nostalgia art style gives the game a feel like it ran out of an animation budget during development rather than a creative stylization. The connection between the futurism of space and the characters introduced in the storyline loses all of its immersive feel due to the sheer jagged difference between the art styles, and for that, I'm personally going to have to give it a harsh but fair B rank. The separation between the graphic styles for me actually took away from the gameplay experience rather than adding to it. Finally, we have performance. Well, it goes without saying that this game has a really low asset use, and so it can basically be run on a calculator just about, which means it has to receive a high ranking for this to be a fair and objective evaluation. It loads quickly, there isn't any lag between screen transitions, and very low memory and CPU usage, and so it easily receives a triple S rank for performance. So overall, a final A rank is rewarded for Crying Suns. Although this game was highly acclaimed, anybody who is a real strategy game fan will find this just too simplistic after several hours of gameplay, and anybody who's not into heavy text-based games will also lose interest quickly, which also steered my thinking behind the ranking for this game. Well, that's it for this video, guys. If there's a free game that you would like me to give a once over, chuck it in the comments below, and don't forget to smash that like button.